Ladies and officials, this is your 30-second warning. Please take to the field, ready to play.
No injuries.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ireland with the tap on as they take on the second-ranked side in the world coming into this competition, New Zealand. Ireland need a win here. They sit in that fourth place in the pool. They have a better record than South Africa, one less loss and an extra draw. But they also beat South Africa in round one, of course, 10-5. Huge win for them. They trail Japan, the Cook Islands, and New Zealand here in the ranking. And they need a win to try and guarantee their place in the quarter-final with just 3 rounds remaining. Because after this game, Ireland take on the Cook Islands in another tough fixture before a final game against Wales that could be crucial for them.
This is going to be a cracker of the game. And just New Zealand there getting an early penalty to get the attack and get great field position. So just driving into Ireland's own half now, looking dangerous. And with this New Zealand's attack, you never know what you're going to expect.
It's New Zealand and the Cook Islands who top this group at the moment, and Ireland need a win. They need to beat one of those two teams, or they could be in trouble as South Africa look to hunt them down.
A great defensive set from Ireland there, just not allowing New Zealand to get a dive in or cross the line, and they'll be happy with that. Just especially on these opening stages, it's so important to get that momentum with each step.
Well, a loss to Ireland doesn't guarantee them an exit in the tournament, of course. South Africa need to beat the likes of Tonga, and then their next game in round 8 when they will take on Singapore in order to overtake Ireland. But then South Africa play New Zealand, which you'd expect them perhaps to lose. Expect everyone to lose to New Zealand, unfortunately. So it's a pretty dark time for both nations. One of them is going to miss out, South Africa and Ireland, as Japan, Cook Islands and New Zealand will top the pool.
Yeah, and just running on with great momentum here, New Zealand, and he picks up, going short side, step back in.
Lovely footwork from Willison, chucks the long ball, and then it's back inside from Jones. New Zealand do touch down for the first goal. Beautifully carved out.
Yeah, and as we can see on this replay just now.
Well, we will see the replay as first Lancey Davids is given his flowers. But this ball from Willison, wonderful. And then the tap back inside.
That is amazing, and that second effort to get there from the link, to get that ball down, amazing. See if Ireland can reply here.
Well, they do need to early with a tap from the 6. Touch made there on Killian Daly. O'Donnell, great wraparound. There's the missed pass. New Zealand come rushing out to make the touch. Ben Layden is caught on the wing. New Zealand have kept out Ireland for a second time.
Yeah, just Ireland put off a lot of pressure here, and it's going to be a turnover. So Ireland right on New Zealand's own 7.
Huge opportunity for Ireland. They have to make these count. Luke Dorenzi. Here's O'Donnell. Dorenzi back inside to Lever. And that's the first touch burnt for them. They've got to add some impetus here.
James O'Donnell on the ball now for Ireland. Such a dangerous player, and look at what they can do.
O'Donnell, again, the strike just isn't on. It just hasn't worked out for them yet. O'Donnell, Lorenzi, Bewley, oh, it's spilt. And that's an end to the Irish attack. And will they come to rue that opportunity, Alice?
Yeah, I mean, New Zealand did really well, just getting a lot of pressure up in their face, and great set to... Well, I mean, they didn't even get near the line there, did they?
And look how New Zealand transition. Soft hands, they're into the corner. The misery compiler for Ireland. Tui Davis finds Barnett out on that left-hand side with some wonderful hands. And on the brink of scoring, instead Ireland go behind again. How on earth did Sinclair evade the touch there?
Yeah, really lovely play from New Zealand. And you just got to give it to them sometimes. They're just really good. And the tactics they've built into this game, I mean, they've got the momentum. But Ireland on the ball here, just trying to get a strike dump down, and the hammer's going.
There's the long pass, a crucial one perhaps for Ireland. It's their turn to put it back on the inside, but Andrew Mays is past. Can't find its target. New Zealand, again, keep out Ireland for a third time.
They were looking to do that tap play there again with the winger and the connection with the link, and that play is so dangerous, and we've seen it a lot throughout this tournament.
Well, it's a terrifying New Zealand transition. Hutchinson makes great yards. Tap made on leg in Hotham.
Just a simple error there, and just ball down, and another one from Ireland, 2 in a row, and you don't really see that very often, especially from these high standard teams.
And it's a tough transition as well to give away against a team like New Zealand. Turner out there in the middle with Jones. Here is Turner on the return. Back inside of Hotham. There's a long ball. New Zealand have another.
Yeah, and time to walk that one in from the New Zealand's
Troful Hippie this
winger.
time. Scores for New Zealand, and this is looking ominous for Ireland.
Yeah, going 3-0 down this early can be detrimental to the Ireland squad.
3 different scorers for New Zealand as well. A testament to the depth in their squad. But here's Daly looking to drive Ireland on. Wrapping round the corner comes O'Donnell. There's the ball over the top. Instead he keeps a hold of it and rides the touch. So Ireland will have a strike at the line. Fergus Flood goes to play half.
And that's going to be 5th touch, so they're going to have to play around with it here, Ireland.
Flood, Daly caught. Well, James O'Donnell, sorry, it was there, who couldn't create for Ireland at the moment at least. And this is, again, a difficult start. They trail by 3 to the top side in the pool. Good touch for De Silva, but New Zealand still head towards the box. Oh, what a step that is to evade. It's another great bit of running from Davids. Already 1 try for him today. Carried on by Tui Davis this time. And here's Davis, winding one up, puts it back to the other way. What a pass, the softest of hands. The pass evades Trey for Hippie this time.
Yeah, that cut there from the mid-bit was insane, and it just had Ireland on toast. A shame it couldn't pull off in the end, but it looks like they're going to get a new set of 6 on the line.
I think Ireland know the importance of this game, and they're really feeling the pressure. De Silva cops it up. Here's Tui Davis.
Ireland getting up, trying to put some pressure on them in their defence.
Jones stepping inside and out. Whoa, did he get around him there? Touch was made.
What a step on the outside, and just look at what they can do to the Ireland defence.
Davis, Matt Sinclair at the half, gets it on the return. Just assessing his options there. This time, Ireland keep them out.
Yeah, really nicely done by Ireland, and they'll be happy with that set. Just want to drive off to get some fresh legs and see what they can do, if they can bring any of the momentum back to their side.
There's a lot of noise on that far touchline for the Emerald Isle. Great pickup, little show and go. Great soft hands, a bit of a taste of New Zealand's own attack for Ireland here. Looking for the switch on the inside. It was good movement from Lever.
Yeah, that did look really promising from Ireland, and probably one of their best sets coming on, and just unlucky then to not finish it off.
Well, if Ireland and South Africa have both been very impressive across the tournament on the live stream, and it would be criminal for either of them to miss out on the quarter-finals, but such is the level of this men's open.
Yeah, the standard here in all these games we've seen throughout the week. And look, New Zealand on the ball and they're tapping it.
Pass! You just can't do that. Malta Davids, how can you defend balls like that? It hasn't been given, but just look at the level that New Zealand are bringing to the table here so early in the morning.
And that tap pass is not easy. New Zealand making it look easy though, so I can't wait to see what we have for the rest of the game.
Trey Boy Hippie denied a second score. New Zealand still up by 3. Ireland still in the contest if they can rack up their first before the 10-minute mark. Wonderful wrap by O'Donnell, driving Ireland on. James O'Donnell looks like he'll be the difference maker if Ireland can get back into the game. Little 2-on-1 on the outside. Were New Zealand off the touchline. Ben Laden with a good touch. Lifted by Finch. Stepping off the left this time is Law.
Looking to drive here.
Law, Finch gets it. Wonderful ball. Oh, one more pass should do it.
Wow.
If Jones could have got himself.
Stunning play here and great use of the hands and just that passive out the back. Just so lovely to see from New Zealand.
Hannah Finch has a fourth for the Kiwis. The Touch Blacks are tearing apart Ireland here. It doesn't spell the end for them in this competition, let's not forget, because South Africa also have to play this New Zealand side. But Ireland would need to get a result against the Cook Islands if South Africa do their job against their next 2 opponents, if they lose here. It's tough to be talking about knockouts still with 2 rounds left to play after this game, Alice, but well, the top 2 spots have already been taken and Japan don't look like they can be caught.
Yeah, and it all comes down to it. Even the point difference, and it has to be so crucial. So Ireland will want to keep the score lower as possible, and let's see if they can do that and try and bring it to this game.
Kieran Byrne can't jinx through the New Zealand defence that time, so back they come, searching for a 5th try. This is a really strong Irish side at the moment that are being torn apart by the pace of the transition. Great running from Sinclair. And now they look to open up the field. The touch is forced. Sinclair, wide ball, another score. Hannah Finch has a 2nd try in quick succession. New Zealand make it 5.
That peel was insane, and we love to see it from the New Zealand team. Great finish in the corner from that winger, and wow. As we can see on the replay, just going down and getting that 32 and just picking up and seeing that player free. Just great vision and a great set. And
Matt Sinclair, the architect for New Zealand. Ireland with not yet a mountain, but as you said, a bit of a molehill to climb. Switch on the inside, Lever looks to unleash Donald, and that's got up in the air. Oh, it's been taken.
But it's going to look like it's going to be a new set of 6 there, just a knock-on. So, the refs are having a little discussion.
Well, Trey Boy Hippie, who made the interception, went up and grabbed the ball off of Ireland. So I think it's going to be New Zealand in possession. What defence from them? Even 5-0 up in these early stages. A shutout against Ireland would be unprecedented, really. They're a really strong side.
Yeah, New Zealand just getting a really good drive on here, and like you can see, Ireland trying to step up here in midfield D, but just a quick hop and a step, and looking like we have a 3-on-2, but that's going to be ball down to a new set of 6 here for New Zealand.
Ireland haven't been shut out by anyone in this competition, even in their defeats. They were all close run affairs.
And a great snipe there from the Irish link, number 16. Just getting up in New Zealand's faces to stop that attack.
Ifa Jones, wide they go. Jones is there on the wraparound, but they switch the direction and they might be in for another. Put down by Turner that time. But they'll have another penalty at the line.
Yeah, just the call gonna be offside there. Looks like what the ref's saying. So I think that's going to be the 2nd penalty on the line. And New Zealand's gonna have a crack at the line here. See what
Here's
they can
the
build.
strike. Jones, he is caught. Touch made by Lever.
Yeah, really intense game here, and number 10 for New Zealand. So looks like the playmaker here and really dancing about.
Turner, Tui Davis, Turner again. Here is Jones. Lovely weight on the pass. Important touch by James O'Donnell.
Just having a quick sub here and get some fresh legs on for New Zealand. Let's see if this can make a difference. Just fire up on the outside.
Turner, little step on the inside. Are you kidding me? How nonchalant was that?
Great finish indeed, and lovely, lovely toes. It's just so agile, as we can see here on the replay. Looking like they're going to give it to the dumper, but just turning open side, and great ball from number 8, and great team try, and then a step into all the space.
Lancer Davids with a quick feet to get on the inside. Andrew Mays. Ireland have gone behind even further here. It's looking really difficult for them here.
Oh,
Interception by New Zealand. And they'll waste no time in breaking away. Great carry, even on the transition from Finn Barnett.
Yeah, great take there from the New Zealand winger. Just being able to read that really, really well. So I know New Zealand will be happy with that.
Good transition as well from New Zealand. Graham. Sinclair again. Sinclair out in the middle there with Savage. Carlos Savage there. Found Ifor Jones, but, well, he's drawn a penalty. 6 touches. New Zealand looking dangerous again.
Yeah, and we've seen it already so many times, being in Ireland's half, that this can be detrimental to putting a score on the board.
Jones, what a step, back inside. One more pass from Carlos Savage, puts New Zealand in the corner. I think it's Trey Boy Hippie with another try.
And wow, indeed. As we see the replay here, just sweeper going around and stepping back in and giving the ball away, just ending up on the wing. What a team try that is.
A reminder, this isn't New Zealand against the basement boys in this men's open pool. This is New Zealand against a side who are just a few steps away from qualification to the quarter-final. And yet, look how easy they're making it. This is a lovely little dart through, a great scoop that time from Carl Lever.
Yeah, Ireland on the attack here, and great to see being in New Zealand's half.
De Silva, Lever, De Silva back on the right-hand side. This time he goes. Oliver De Silva, touch made. New Zealand keep them out.
Yeah, New Zealand will be happy to keep a clean sheet there, and trying to go into the half with that will be so important. But Ireland really need to get a point on the board here and can bring the momentum back to their side.
New Zealand looking for one more before the break. About 2.5 minutes to go. Lancer Davids forced to cough it up this time. A big opportunity for Ireland then. They have to make these count. 6 touches at the halfway. Flood carries it in. De Silva hands it off.
Yeah, Ireland.
They find the box. Lever at the half. De Silva up to the 10. Great line from O'Donnell. This is looking promising for Ireland. It's Flynn Lever this time. Good pickup. Then wants it back, but instead they go to the open side. Hand in there from New Zealand. Flynn Lever and Carl Lever both out there for Ireland at 9 and 16 respectively. Lever, Bewley. Bewley with the quick pickup, finds O'Donnell. Little show and go. New Zealand read it well, but a second penalty for Ireland. This is their best chance of the game to get on the board. They'll be devastated if they can't get one back here.
This is really promising for Ireland, and sweeper, pick up.
Bewley scoops through, picks out Lever, down he goes. Ireland do have one back.
And what a play indeed. Just a sweeper pick up, running through, and that switch. So lovely from Ireland, and Zealand back on the tap. Yeah, picking up here and just find that player to cut back in, and great put down.
So Ireland can do it. They can break this New Zealand defence. But they've got to rack up a few more scores, perhaps one more before the break, in order to get back into the contest truly. Well, the quick reply from New Zealand is what they're chasing, but if Or Jones is caught, they will have a strike at the line. Graham, back inside. Another great step from Jones. He's put his opposition player to deck. And he's not happy with the Irish attempt at the touch, but they have kept New Zealand out. It's not too many times you can say they've done that so far. Once they are retreating to their 7, but a good transition for them. One more score before the break would be great news for the Irish.
Coming off that score and D'ing that out is really good from Ireland, and he's picking up here.
Great scoop, pass is available. Or it's just been juggled by Killian Daly. So New Zealand, with 15 seconds left to go in this first half, will eat up the 6 touches and take this 9-1 lead into the break. Maybe they do have time to rack up one more. Great ball inside. And there's the Hail Mary to keep the play going. Sinclair, switch on the inside. The buzzer's gone, but New Zealand wants another.
What a try indeed from New Zealand, and on the hooter as well. Can't ask for more coming into a half-time.
First half hat-trick for Trey Poihipi. New Zealand hit double figures before the break, and how rare a score after the buzzer. They knew they had no touches in the locker.
Yeah, passing out, spreading it out to the wing and then popping it back in the middle.
It's this last pass here, the lovely wraparound, and then the soft hands, a feature of their game. Carlos Savage has another assist. And at half-time, in a crucial game for Ireland as they look to stay alive in this Touch Rugby World Cup and the Men's Open, New Zealand have not offered them a sniff. It's 10-1 at the break with the Touch Blacks in front.
So if we look at this week, we have the team photo, get over to them, next to the week building, get that sorted. We have an announcement for a black Tesla, registration 8K72, X-Ray Mike Hotel. We are parked in the Gopher Zone in the Hockey Club. That's a black Tesla, registration 8 Alpha K for Kilo 17.
Turn now. It's our turn now.
Players and officials, stand by.
Second half to come here. Ireland need a miracle. They've got 3 games left to confirm their place, but 2 of those include this game against New Zealand and then the other top side in the pool, the Cook Islands. So they're relying on results elsewhere if things stay the same. That's a bright start to the second half. What a step! And then the ball on the inside.
Yeah, looking really promising here for New Zealand, and they're tearing it up, and their team talk must have been amazing at half-time because they are playing it.
I imagine it was 4 full minutes of being told off for conceding 1, if that's the energy that one expects from the New Zealand camp. I had Trish Hopcroft on co-coms the other day from the Women's Open side, and we were discussing how they have the best defensive record in the competition, and all she had to say was that it was 4 tries too many they conceded.
Yeah, and it's so critical.
Oh, interception! Well, that was a great pickup. It was spilt by Davids, and then Fergus Flood almost away for Ireland.
Yeah, and just really great reaction speed there from the Irish player, and that's all about touch rugby there, and just weaving away round here,
well,
Ireland.
they have kept out New Zealand from the first attack, and Bueller, good ball inside, show and go, Bueller, lever, over he goes. The 2 levers link up to open the scoring, and a hint perhaps of a comeback for the Irish.
Yeah, and they're going to be buzzing after that, coming off it intercept and driving down with such great momentum there. Just great finish, as we can see on this replay here, just reacting really well. Stepping in, giving the ball back, and just making sure to go down for that extra phase play, and giving it ball and stepping back in off that right foot.
Manta Davids retreating all the time, so the 2 levers link up together. Carl finds Flynn, and Ireland have a second score. Can they keep out New Zealand in response? Ball down.
Right,
what's going on?
What do you reckon their coaches said to them at half-time? Because Ireland has a buzz.
What a start to the second half. I mean, an uncharacteristic error from New Zealand, as in I've never seen them make one, and a penalty as well. It's game on. Ireland trail by 8 in a huge game for them in their outcome in the Men's Open competition. They're being hunted down by South Africa in the pool, who play Tonga over on pitch 5 at the moment, and Singapore next, while Ireland have New Zealand and the Cook Islands in a double header from hell in the Men's Open Touch Rugby World Cup pool. Unfortunately this time, Ireland are going to run out of touches.
Yeah, great defence here from New Zealand, and just them stepping it up, and really must have caught them on their toes here, with Ireland coming out with a burst of energy. And just looking here like Irish player just got injured, but just getting reset, just waiting for New Zealand to.
If Ireland gets something here, it will certainly come down to the final round of fixtures, where South Africa have New Zealand, and a loss for South Africa then could keep Ireland in the quarter-final spots. They're still there at the moment as we await other results, but you'd expect South Africa to have beaten Tonga and have overtaken the Irish. Unless they can turn it around here, I think they've won another penalty.
It's just for, I want to say maybe the hand gestures from the ref, I can't tell. But just Ireland get reset here, and that's going to be really good
Sean
field
Law
position.
forced off the field for New Zealand. And, well, they're 4 substitutions, so Law is off. On comes Megan Hotham.
It must be chat back. I think that signal was from the referee, so just that 4 sub just made them work quickly.
Well, we're camped in the New Zealand box, and I'm of the opinion Sean Law's a great bloke, because he gave us a sweet at half time, Alice.
Yeah, he gave us the energy, and the New Zealand lot, a lot of love for them. Yeah, just driving out and looking really, really good.
You'd love for New Zealand to be this sort of, awful, machine-esque touch side who everyone wants to beat them, but unfortunately they're all just really good blokes as well, which is so tough
And
when they're also tearing apart your defence, and you can't even be mad at them.
You can't even be mad at them. They're just so kind and very generous. But really good energy here. And Ireland just making them work off the pitch, and New Zealand stepping up really, really hard, making it hard for any sub. And there's a half just left alone, can't find anyone, but Ireland back with the ball. And
Good running from Kieran Byrne. Byrne is racing away down the left, but heartbreak for Ireland. The touch was made. It's getting a bit spicy out there. New Zealand have been kept out for a full 5 minutes. Not sure how many times in the tournament that's been the case. Ireland have had the one try response. They're 1-0 up in the second half.
Yeah, just looking a bit heated over there, and a bit of passion, as we can see from both sides. But as we say, touch rugby is a non-contact sport, and
well, is it really? Joe Wright often complains that it's a. People say it's a non-contact sport, but there's an awful lot of contact involved, especially in this men's open.
And that's the physicality in it. That's part of the game plan, and it really grows to some people's responses. And
excellent start in the second half for Ireland. They were 10-1 down at the break. They've racked up a score and they've kept New Zealand out again. This time Tiwi Davis hits the deck. So here's Luke de Renzi, and Ireland looking to close the gap. They still trail by 8 tries. They've certainly got time to do it. They win another penalty. Back inside from the try scorer, Lever. Bewley, Lever. There's the glory ball, but a miscommunication perhaps. Ben Laden was cutting in off his wing.
Yeah, just looking like that New Zealand winger had it all covered. Really well released and just really quick on their toes to get good separation.
New Zealand will head box side as they look to re-establish a foothold in this game. They have this huge advantage going into the break, and some great footwork from Davids. Might just cut open Ireland on the wraparound. Great run from Hutchinson. Almost all the way, Hutchinson.
Yeah, just Ireland need to step up just a little bit there, so just creates no space for them to run around that edge, but just couldn't execute that 2-on-1 there on the right-hand side.
The Ireland transition faulted again by the referee, and that bright start to the second half is fading into memory as New Zealand, as they did for the majority of the first half, establish their authority on this game. There's the hat-trick scorer, Poi Hippie, who makes his way out to the left wing. Sinclair.
Coming round on the sweep.
There in the half, Sinclair gives the pass. David, Sinclair again. Ireland make the touch, but it's a penalty.
Yeah, New Zealand will be happy with this, and they are looking really dangerous. Just sweeping around there on the step back, and
Carlos Savage, miss pass. Jones. Jones wants it back, but they find Savage instead. There's the long ball. Oh, it's almost an interception. I think that the towering Andrew Mays did get a touch to that. So it will be New Zealand with possession again. Here's Ifor Jones.
yeah, New Zealand here dancing around, playing with Ireland's defence.
Matt Sinclair over the top to find Carlos Savage. Sinclair.
Yeah,
Penalty not coming forward, I think, this time. New Zealand have another set of 6. Tap off to come from Matt Sinclair. He's got Davies to his right and Savage to his left. No touch for Ireland. They've still got to come forward and get involved with the New Zealand attacking line. Little show and go, scooping through Sinclair. Who can he pick out on the run? Lovely movement, Carlos Savage has New Zealand's first try of the second half, and ordinary business resumes.
yeah, just a little fake to the dumper and pick it up and just kind of separated, and a lovely finish in that space there. New Zealand will be ecstatic with that score, and Ireland really needs something more on the board here.
Ireland with 6 at the half. Following the score, Fergus, Flood, O'Donnell, Flood, Daly trying to spark them back into life. De Silva, good pick up from Flood. There's the miss pass, little 2-on-1 maybe. James O'Donnell hoping for an offside call, but it doesn't come.
Yeah, well defended there from New Zealand, and we know they're so strong in their defence, and Ireland have been able to find to pierce that, because it's obviously 11-2, but need to work on it and what they can potentially drive at.
New Zealand have Wales in their next fixture, which you'll fancy them in again. The Welsh with an outside chance of sneaking into the quarter-final if South Africa and Ireland lose their remaining games. But they'll have a tough job on their hands against New Zealand. And then the final game is, again, another fixture of importance when South Africa play against New Zealand. That game is tomorrow, live here on Highfields 2 again, in the final round of Men's Opens fixtures. By that time, Ireland may already be out if they don't win against the Cook Islands, and South Africa do win both their games today against Tonga and Singapore.
What's a touch from that Irish player, but a really nice step from the New Zealand's attack. Just getting set up here and seeing what they could bring. Just a 32 play.
Davids, wide ball, great line speed, and it has undone New Zealand.
And it's going to be a new set of 6 here for New Zealand. So just coming on and getting some fresh legs, see if they can bring a different aspect to their attack here.
Sinclair in control. Another slap down. Good line speed from James O'Donnell. Sean Law is back out there following his 4th substitution. Law, Sinclair. Sean Law gets it on the return from Sinclair, picks out a great pass. It was deep to find Davies, and Davies then searching for Trey Poyampi again, but it's just beyond him. It's the deck. Ireland in possession again.
Getting some really good meters here, but New Zealand just going for that intercept, and I thought it was going to pay off there, but
I mean, where did Tui Davis even come from there?
Just so sneaky. And Ireland still in the attack here, get the ball back. Setting up for a scoop. Oh, no, they're at the line now.
Ireland with 1 strike then from the 7. Lever, Bewley. Lever again, Ireland's first try scorer. Bewley goes over from close range.
And it's going to be a try. What a try for Ireland.
A very popular score on that far touchline. Sam Bewley with the middle play. Touches down, and Ireland do have a 3rd.
Yeah, just here, as we can see on the replay, just stepping in, getting that quickie, taking it outside, stepping back in, and then giving that ball into his other mid.
Lever, try scorer, turns provider, but it might be too little too late for the Irish. Well, we've talked a lot about the importance of this game, but when planning a tournament, Alison, you get your fixtures before the competition starts. You kind of have to write off certain games, don't you, as games that you can't rely on to win.
Yeah, 100%, and I think the mentality, that's good. Just New Zealand here on the ball, and excuse me, rude, but like the mentality to have is 1 game at a time, because these players have a lot of pressure on them to succeed and to get the scores on, so they can't think of the finals just yet. They can't think of that game. They have to just take it out a day and see what can happen.
This defeat will not spell the end for Ireland, although they are hoping that South Africa slip up in their next 2 fixtures, and they'll have to take on the Cook Islands as well. And that's a great run from Daly. He just didn't have anyone running the line that he wanted in his head.
Yeah, looking promising there, and really explosive on change of pace, and it's what we're looking for here. And New Zealand just driving out of the box here, trying to get some fresh legs on and working hard. But Ireland's midfield looking really strong and killing the momentum. But it's going to be a penalty against Ireland. So just a fresh set of 6. Essentially a tap-off here for New Zealand.
First touch inside the 10. New Zealand looking threatening again. Pulled out deep, trying to get away from Mays. Important touch from the Irish defender. Ricky Willison there in the centre. Lovely footwork, and Willison wants it back. Instead, they skip them all out.
Wow, 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 indeed. What a ball. That pill must have got prescribed from the pharmacy because that was so insane.
Trey Poyhippie, with another try. To be a New Zealand winger. Hey, Alice.
Hey, racking up all those tries. Just Ireland on the attack here, getting a tap offense. It's really important for them to try and get another score. Just building that momentum throughout the tournament and through the next couple games. And
Bewley after his second try. O'Donnell. Here they go then. Lever looks to strike. Bewley at the back door. Did he make it?
And what a trail ball that is from the Irish player. Looking very tactical here, and it's going to be a try.
Sean Law is offside. Ireland have another, and that offload from Bewley. Beautiful, returns the favour to the man who set him up for his previous score, Flynn Lever, who goes over. Have a look at this offload from Bewley. This is what you need to do to cut open New Zealand. That is so wonderfully disguised.
Wow, out the back of the hands. It's looking really, really good from Ireland on the attack here.
Lever has another try for Ireland. Been a valiant display from them in this second half, especially where they've defended really well. Touching from way out there on Jones, the diving intervention.
Yeah, just Ireland moving up, trying to get some pressure on New Zealand now, but New Zealand's still good.
Good pick up from Jones. He might wind up for the long pass, and that one is forward, despite an unbelievable take from Trey Poyhippie.
Wow.
Look at this take. That's just unbelievable dexterity there, all in vain. What a grab.
And if that was a try, that's definitely going on the highlights reel, because that is so insane with being able to take that and the importance of missing that defender and getting that ball down quickly.
I think I'd post it anyway and just cut off the bit where it was disallowed. Such a great score. De Silva, though, for Ireland. Looking to conjure up something special in these closing stages. Well, in a game that could have been a real banana peel for New Zealand, because Ireland had so much on the line, it hasn't worked out that way. The first half, where they went 10-1 ahead, was pretty devastating. Ireland actually leading the second half by 3-2, so a great second half performance by them. But New Zealand looking to square things up in the second half at least. Over goes Mita Marua Roy Graham.
Yeah, really nicely executed here from New Zealand. And like I said, this change of pace is just so nice.
Still, 3-3 in the second half, compared to a first half in which Ireland went 10-1 down, is a great improvement. And interviewing Sean Balance on day 2, Ireland were keen to improve throughout the competition, and this performance has been a good one, despite a really difficult first half. Whatever they said at the break has clearly worked, as it's an Irish penalty.
Not long yet, if you can hear the New Zealand box shouting 90 seconds. Just them trying to hold off Ireland now and really putting on some pressure here. But Ireland looking good.
Lever, long ball, another score. Down goes Mays. Poyhippie thinks he's made the touch, but it'll be given for the Irish. They'll have 5 against New Zealand.
Yeah, and as we can see here, what a play indeed. Just Andrew Mays with that try there. Just going in, giving that quickie, going all the way to the wing. And what a put down. But valiant effort from New Zealand there, trying to chase down and get the diving touch.
Well, this is the most tries New Zealand have conceded in any game so far in the Men's Open. Other than their close affair with the Cook Islands, of course.
Not long left on the clock here, and New Zealand just wanting to put another one on Ireland here. Coming in, picking up, and it's just going to be 6 touch there. So really nicely defended from Ireland. They'll be happy with this result, and just of that defence there.
Well, this has been a valiant effort from the Irish. They've racked up 5 tries against one of the world's best. It won't be enough to gift them the points they need to secure their spot in the quarter-final, but it's still in their hands as they take on the Cook Islands in their next game.
Yeah.
Final touch made. Game over here. New Zealand with a dominant first half performance that's seen them through. Ireland managed to draw to actually win the second half by 4 tries to 3, but the job was done after 20 minutes when New Zealand went 10-1 up at the break.
Yeah, and that was the detrimental part. But lovely to see these two sides go head-to-head here, and can't wait for more touch.
Adam Collins will be taking over here on pitch 2 as we head into the next round of fixtures. Action from the Women's Open when Australia take on the Cook Islands in a blockbuster pool game.
And we know the schedule for the next game at 9:40 will have a drop-off. This will automatically sound after the game. The winners after the 5 will drop off, will automatically